So what are the top 3 things I look for when I'm out and about shopping at a thrift store or in a small town boutique, which are actually my 2 favorite things to do? Well, stick around because I'm going to tell you exactly what those things are. Hi, I'm Lori from Chic Designs. The 3 things I'm always on the hunt for are seasonal items, the unusual things that you just don't see everywhere, and greenery. Why those 3 things? Because you can always find a spot for them. Did you see my video last week? I showed you what I found at the Salvation Army, including my cute little linen dress. I've changed out of that, and I'm going to show you 3 things. No, I'm going to show you 2. I'm actually going to show you 4 things, but 2 of the categories, because it's August here in the Detroit area, and I found a bunch of pumpkins last time. So I'm going to show you that in a different video. It's about 100 degrees today, and I am not into decorating for fall yet. I know a lot of you are in August, but that's not me. So today we're going to concentrate on some unusual finds I found. And what do you think? These are so cute. These cranes are very mid-century modern, and I put them over here, obviously on this table, with a bunch of other stuff I thrifted. I think everything is thrifted except for 2 items. So this is kind of my shtick, right? I like to mix the old with the new. So this print was kind of my inspiration piece. I got this in my store that, you know, I sold, right? And that's why I'm doing this video. Anyway, so I started off with this. I loved the blacks with the whites and the greens, and I kind of played off that on the rest of this little vignette. I know a lot of you have been asking me, how do I know if it's too much? Is it cluttered? Is my vignette cluttered? Here's the simple answer. No. If you like it, it's not too much and it's not cluttered. You stop when you're happy with it. And I kind of go over that in my free guide that you can grab down below. It's how to mix vintage soul with a modern edge to make it uniquely yours, to make your home uniquely yours. So that's kind of what I did here, right? I had this base laying around. I liked it because of its height. I've added some fake greenery. I got this brand new at my store, but I had bought this at a garage sale, so I threw that in there. So I kind of followed my own rule. I mixed a bunch of different heights. I mixed different textures, and I mixed the old with the new. So I thought these were a great addition. So it looked just fine without them. So you didn't like need them, but I thought they were just adorable, and I thought they just added the right amount of uniqueness. So there's my mid-century modern cranes that I thrifted last week. So here I am in front of my fireplace that Howard kept the flue closed, right, and made all this soot, and I can't get it off, so I'm gonna have to repaint it. And I haven't repainted it because I can't decide, should I paint it white again or black? I don't know. Anyway, so I'm standing here to show you another unusual kind of fun thrift find. It was this marble toothbrush holder, and I loved it because it was marble, but I didn't want to put toothbrushes in it, so I disassembled a wreath that I had that was falling apart, and I put, let me see, still has the price tag on it. I like to remind myself what a good deal I got, and I couldn't see it, so I left it on there. Anyway, I put these little disassembled flowers from my wreath in there, and just added it to my mantle to do a little pop of color. What do you think? I thought it was kind of fun. So when you are out looking, shopping, thrifting, garage sailing, in a cute boutique, think outside the box a little bit. Like I said, I liked it because it was marble, and I just brought it home. I had zero clue what I was going to do with it, and then I thought, oh, it's kind of like a little flower frog. So just a reminder to kind of just buy what catches your eye. You can always figure out what you're going to do with it later. If you love it, just grab it, especially if it's like $2 like this was. So the third thing I look for, like I mentioned, is greenery. These are, I think I got this for $1 at a garage sale. How cute is this? I loved it that it was black, but you know, that can always be painted, but I didn't have to paint this one. And I thought it just added a little something here on my end table. And if you saw my coffee table, what's 3 things that your coffee table might be missing video, you see I followed my own little rules. I added a runner, and I added a tray to kind of ground my little tchotchkes here so it doesn't look super scattered. Anyway, so I look for greenery. So I'm going to show you some more greenery that I had showed you in my thrift haul in my previous video, and it's in my foyer. My foyer isn't huge, and I know a lot of you guys have asked me, what should I do in my foyer? So we'll get into that in another video, but for right now, I want to show you what I did with the tree I got at the Salvation Army. So the last thing I'm going to show you from the thrift haul is this tree. Isn't it cool? And like, these can be super expensive if you buy them new. So this is a really good thing to look for. You can use them inside, you can use them outside. This on your porch, nobody's gonna be able to tell it's fake, right? Really? Maybe if they're sitting next to it, but no other time. Anyway, so I found this one for a couple dollars because it was half off. That's always my favorite, right? But it came in this really ugly thing, and instead of trying to paint it or wrestle it out, I remembered I had this crock that I hadn't used for anything. I mean, it looks cool just sitting there on your porch or in your house, but I thought it's perfect to add my tree to. And it was too short, so I added a box that was in my recycle bin to give it a little more height so that it was the right height. And voila, there it is in my foyer. So I hope you found this helpful, and if you did, I hope you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up. And remember, you can grab a free design guide in the link below. It's how to mix vintage soul with the modern edge. You know, that's what we're all about here. So thanks you guys again. I do appreciate you watching, and I'll see you next time.